Hello plant lovers, I'm Nishat from Plantalogy. So it is September 1st and rainy season is underway. Plants in my balcony are looking so green, thick. So I'm thinking about to give you a short overview of my balcony garden with some plants update. So it's a southeast facing 10 feet long and 3 feet wide balcony. Get 5 hours of direct morning sunlight of a day, so plants get protection from afternoon sun. In my balcony I have both indoor and outdoor plant and I managed them based on sunlight duration. For example, along with this wall I kept all of my indoor plants because this area get 2 hours of direct sunlight, and opposite this side I kept all of my sun loving plant because that area get 5 hours of direct sunlight. So let me give you a short overview.
So this is the entrance and I'm gonna start to show plants from this row. First of all, this is my 2 years old chili plant and this one produces at least 15 to 20 chilies every month. Chilies are great for small gardens. Next, this plant known as Rio plant, also known as boat lily. Very easy to care and propagate. You can grow them indoors. Just make sure that they are getting good amount of sun of a day. Next, this is a Gardenia plant which repotting and full care instructions video I have already shared in my channel, and this plant pushes lots of new growths. Then on the edges of my balcony I planted several colored purslane in hanging planters that I made using plastic water bottles, and I think it's a great way of utilizing of both area and plastic bottles. Then here I kept a dwarf alamanda plant. This one is also very easy to grow, do not require often watering, just make sure that they are getting good amount of sun. They attract lots of pollinators in my garden. There also I planted some other colors of purslane in plastic bottles. Actually the bottles are small compared to the plant's requirement, so it is better to use 6 inches hanging pots for better growth of the plant. Then down here these are chrysanthemum cuttings, and cuttings are successfully rooted in, and I have already shared video on that. Now here in this tiny pot I gathered some weeds that I found in my garden because it is hard to find out some weeds in my balcony garden. That's why I gathered them and made a tiny weed arrangement. Actually I like their structures and that's why I kept them. Then this is a mammillaria cactus I guess. Then here this one is a lemon plant that I have grown from seeds, and there is some Portulaca seedlings. Then this is a Euphorbia millii that I have grown from cuttings about 6 months back. Now let me show you this row. Then here in this 6 inches pot I have grown Gomphrena from seeds, and these were beverage cans that I painted and grown some cuttings of plants. Ultimately reused them. This one is a hybrid Portulaca also grown from seeds, produce beautiful orangey yellow colored flowers. This is another recycled beverage can. These are itsy bitsy turtle vines. Here this is a cutting of Jasmine. I thought this cutting won't gonna root, but hopefully it's developed roots as well as pushes new growths. Then here is another Portulaca, produce hot pink colored flowers. Then this is the update of my Jasmine plant. About 2 months back in a video I shared 2 tricks for maximize flower production, and I also applied those, and now this one is full with flowers and new growths. Also trying to propagate this plant through air layering. Along with this Jasmine, I planted 2 Kalanchoe's or mother of thousands plant, best for small gardeners and easiest succulent ever. This is a snake plant. Next, this is my another Gardenia plant. In the Gardenia care video, I showed that luckily I got 2 plants in one poly bag and they are separately rooted, but roots were stuck with each other, so I pruned their roots and repotted them and both are doing great. Though this one doing much better than the first one that I showed earlier. Then here is my rose plant, and in this rain I am facing some issues like dieback, blind shoots formation. I will upload video on treatment of these problems very soon. Then that is asparagus just separated from mother plant. Then there are my rain lilies. Then this is a dwarf variety of crepe jasmine, or also known as chandi plant, looking stunning in this rain, filled with flowers and flower buds. They smells amazing in the morning and evening. Then there is my another rose plant, and this one do not showing any issues, full with flowers and new growths. Beside roses, in this basket I planted a syngonium which I collected from roadside. Then this is a vine of butterfly pea grown from seeds. Most of the plants in my balcony garden are either grown from cuttings or from seeds, and I think this is the actual pleasure of gardening. Then those are last year's dahlia plant. Then up here again planted purslines, and also up here pink and peaches color. Then these are pothos cuttings. Then this one is a longevity spinach and locally known as diabetes plant. Now here for hiding the containers I kept my pothos plants. Then this is a ground orchid. They can be easily grown in soil, best for beginners, and add beautiful bold texture in garden, and also they are continuous bloomer. Next, let me show you this row filled with houseplants. First of all, this is a Dracaena, and this one is a bird nest fern. These are my DIY hanging planter that I use for Propagate cuttings. These are babies of Kalanchoe, and those are cuttings of turtle vines. Down here, these are Dracaena trifoliata, still known as Sansevieria. This is a dwarf variety of snake plant filled with baby plants, and they are easier to maintain. Then along with this Sansevieria, I planted asparagus. I cutted its all leaves because this was filled with dead branches and mealybugs, and it was difficult to take care of them individually. Next, this is a wandering zeo, also easy to growing, maintaining and propagating house plant. Works great in hanging pots. Next, this is another pothos, and this one is a Aralia. This is my 2 years old, a dwarf variety of Aralia. They grow very slowly.
So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did not subscribe yet, feel free to subscribe, also hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.